All right, hello everybody. Welcome to JT's Vlog Adventures live. Let's do some painting. All right. Can you guys hear me right? Let me check the live stream real quick. Check the live stream real quick to see how it will do. I hope the mic is really good at the moment. I hope the mic is really good. Okay. Sorry for the delay, but turns out let's do some painting. So I'm going to start off right here, painting this, and we're going to be. Honestly. Okay. So, this is by my grandfather. Pop Pop, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Alright. Let's choose some colors. Perfect. We got burnt sienna. And then we're going to look for some, no, not violet. We're going to look for some umber. The tools we'll need. Maybe some gold for the weights. Sorry, I'm looking over here because my laptop's set up right here. There should be some umber here at least. Crimson. We use a little crimson because we can see that if we look closer, we can see that we have there's little hints of red inside in the wood. So, we use some crimson to mix with the burnt sienna. Burnt umber. We'll use that mixing. Rouge. Oh, I'm just looking. I'm just looking and see what colors we got. Raw umber. Okay. Hey, it's cool. Let's see if you can see that. Zoom in here. It's burnt umber, and we have raw umber. All right, I think that's the majority of colors you'll need. We're gonna use a plate because that's what we have on hand. Let's move on down here. Oh, paintbrushes. Paintbrushes you'll need for this. This type of paintbrush, which is it's as big as my pinky finger. It's about as long as my thumb. This type of paintbrush. This, in case you want to get sharpening, in the. Let's see what else we have. Blending. We'll do some blending. This foam brush. We're gonna need some to put details, so we're gonna use this type of brush too. This type of detail brush. Then to put the lines. Excuse me. To put the lines like this, you use this brush. Okay. All right. So now that we have the colors, we're gonna dip them in some water. We're gonna dip them in some warm water, lukewarm water, because that'll damage the bristles. All right. Let's put the colors on. So we're gonna start with the crimson. Just a little dab of crimson. Because notice I forgot to mention, we're using an 8x10 canvas. 8x10. Remember this. If you want to recreate this exact painting. Some gold. If it'll. No. Some gold on here. Can't exactly get it out. Hold on a second. Can't get it to come out. Now, if you're working with golden acrylics, you have to be aware that it might dry up inside. So, it might take a while for you to get it out. But there we go. I would run if you were in a situation like this with me. I would run this under some hot water, under some warm water. I'm gonna put this in the warm water. We're gonna wait for that to melt. Now, burnt sienna. Just another dab of burnt sienna. See? Another dab right there. It's pretty hot in California too, so that's why you're going to hear a fan in the background. Burnt umber. Put a dab of that too. I have to open this one too. Silly me. Probably should check these are all open first. Dab of burnt umber. And whatever, you don't have to have the exact colors. You just have to have whatever brown or red matches of these colors. Sienna. Now, if you look in detail on these type of so we're just gonna recreate a simple grandfather clock. Nothing too crazy. Never mind about the gold. We're gonna have to do an alternative. Top of yellow. Let's put our paints over here. Yellow med. Yellow Meds. If you do it right there. And again, the reason I'm looking this way is because I'm keeping track of chat. So we're gonna use the Yellow Med. Dab of that in there. Again, we don't want to use too much. Like we don't want to have a glob of a. Yeah, we don't want to have a glob of paint. Just okay, that'd be wasteful. We don't waste. Milky white to get the background. The background and this is already white. We need to get some reflection in that. We need to get the reflection in there, like different yellows. Even though we don't have gold, this and the Yellow Med will substitute well. All right, so we're about ready to begin. All right, ready to begin. So what we want to start with this canvas. We want to get the kind of textured background. I mean, not really textured, but milky white. You'll see is a different shade of white, like it's a more of a lighter beige. So we want to get that in the background. Before we start adding the clock and the other stuff. Just remember that. Kind of smells like fresh wall paint. Like once you're walking in a brand new house, like you just finished painting. You just finished painting your walls. You have that brand new wall smell. Y'all know what I mean. Or if you do, good job. If you don't, that's all right too. Okay, we're done with that. Now, we're going to want to get the general outline of this. We're going to want to get the general outline of the clock. Or I'm going to do the general outline of the clock. Because I can actually see the tallness of it. You'll see right here. Yeah. So which brush are we going to use? That's right, we're going to use this one. We'll use this one, and we're going to get the... I think this is burnt sienna. So just note, I'm not going to get the entire clock. I'm just going to get the top half of it. And with this, you want to be as straight as possible with the brush. And we're just going to basically get the entire clock. This. Sorry, there's a hair on my board. And don't worry about getting paint on your canvas stand. All right, you don't want to worry about that because it's gonna get paint on there anyways. Basically, you want to darken. And don't worry about getting it exactly in the middle too, as you can see right here. Don't worry about getting it exactly in the middle because it's gonna. Paintings are never going to be perfect. That's the thing I've learned. Paintings are never perfect. They're skilled. And to quote Bob Ross, happy accidents. Remember that. Happy accidents. Bob Ross is my inspiration for painting. Been watching his show a lot. Great man. Great man. And to make another quote of him, every day is a good day to paint too. And Saturdays are always good days, so every day is a good day to paint. Because why not? Extend this a bit. There we go. Very nice. Then we're going to darken the outside. And it's okay if you don't get straight lines. Remember, paintings are never perfect. It's the intention that matters. It's the intention and the heart put into it. So we're going to make a line like this right here. Now look, we're just getting an outline. We're just making an outline of the clock. Doesn't have to be perfect. See? I'm making an outline of it. Because the clock is very slim, but I'm not showing it in this. But I'm not showing how slim it is. And that's because, again, it's a happy accident. Just make if you have an accident on your on your painting, don't fret. Don't worry about it. It's the intention. Again, it's the intention that matters. Now we're gonna mix the dark umber, the raw umber, and the because how do you notice it's dark in the well? Oh, it stopped. It's all right. I mean, it hasn't been wound, so I just need to get a new clock key or get a new clock key. But that's all right. It'll come soon. So what you want to do to make the inner until like this is you want to mix the raw umber with the dark sienna because the darkness in there is still going to be brown, but just now you can use black too if you like permanent black too, whatever you like. Now, for paintings, you don't have to make things complicated. Painting, you don't have to. As my pop said, shapes and shapes make the best impression. Simplistic shapes make the best impression.
Fix my canvas stand real quick.
There you go. Now I can see it better. You know, for the middle, I might just use this. I might use the other brush. Don't drink this. It's not chocolate milk. Whatever you do not drink this. There we go. Now the middle's done. Starting to come together as a grandfather clock, eh? We'll worry about the pendulum and the weights later. Right now, we'll do the top. Do the head. The head. That's what it's called. The head. All right. Maybe you won't need the crimson, but luckily that's why I added a little bit. That's good. I want to get aligned. And I know it's stupid to do this in a white shirt, but this is a white shirt. I don't care to get dirty. Here we go. I got the correct shape of the correct shape. Good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now we're not going to get the exact, like, all the way to the top of the. We're not going to go all the way to the top, but you get most of it done. All right. Let's continue. Okay. They've coming out very nicely. What do y'all think? Oh, for those who aren't watching, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Fix this. Very good. Okay. Happy accidents. Bob Ross. And we're going to draw the phone. Draw the phone next. But first, we got to do this and the pendulum. This, the pendulum, the clock itself, the head, the pendulum, the weights. You know what I mean. Okay, okay. For this, I'm going to mix the yellow med and the raw umber to get that type of gold look. Or the type of this color at least. This color. Let's go over here. So we'll replicate that dark yellow metal. Okay. About 30 minutes. It's coming out nicely. Isn't it? Okay, well, looks pretty good. It's, the weights and the pendulum now. And they're pretty much done with the clock. We'll move on to the phone. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhat. Not always right. Okay. Okay. Now the finishing touch to the clock. Finishing touches are I want to look at the Roman numerals because even though those aren't Roman numerals, um, still at least. Oh, that's the clock. You know, maybe we can put some more yellow into it. Oh, that's cool. That's the clock, you guys. That's the clock. Now let's do some shadowing for the doors. Not this one though, because this is fine. Shadowing for the doors. Okie dokie. Okay. I think this looks pretty good. Now for the phone. Just gonna be a little bit over here. Switch off the colors. Okay. All right. So I think that worked out. Pretty nicely. Here's the finished result. It's not perfect, but it's not perfect, but it almost matches right here. So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. I'm going to bring this right here. It's better. It's okay. All right, I think this will do for the live stream. I'm going to end it at 45 minutes. So I just want to give a thank you to the 600 subscribers that have made this channel possible, and I'm just very grateful for everybody's support. Excuse me, just fix this. Okay, I'm grateful for everybody's support. Thank you all for watching, and have a blessed day. Have a blessed Saturday. Bye-bye.